the kind of a magic place. And these places of magic are usually have something to do with the arts. Usually where artists, creative people. Creativity is a big part of what you're seeing here, I think. Right, the magic that people whose tradition or who have learned to create what either the setting or their livelihood, right? Whether it be fishermen on the water, they create. There's that same. I've dealt with shrimpers in the bayous, right? Or in Lake Pontchartrain, or up here the crabbers. They're the same. Very decent, open, honest, generous people. And I think what it is, what you're talking about, is the anonymity of cities, right? Where there are too many people, you don't want to know their stories. You're scared of their stories because some of them are not nice, you know, and others are very humdrum and uninteresting, you know. So if you get out of the cities and into pockets of where people know each other, familiarity, that's probably part of the magic.
That's one thing that we actually have never covered, is the notion of art or creativity as a driving force for some of this. Because as you pointed out, or I mentioned and you reaffirmed the fact that, you know, they came here and they created this family, but like you said, they're very creative people. I mean, do you think this is common among other communities of artists, or is this unique?
I think it is common amongst most people. Only it never has an outlet, and if it doesn't have an outlet, it kind of atrophies like a muscle you don't use. Right? Creativity is a mindset. You know, give me if the only tool you have is a hammer, you'll see every problem as a nail. Right? And the more tools you have, the more unique ways you have to deal with problems. Right? The reason why the first benefit that Randy and I organized for one of our personal employees was I'm a musician. The only way I can raise money is giving benefits, playing music, getting people to pay and not pay me, but to put into a pot, you know. And other people, as you see with the silent auction, same. Oh, we have a product. We can give this to help, you know, the silent auction, right? To help and whatever proceeds we can get together. And it is important, I think, in modern life, period, is that we not forget, not let our children forget how to create things. Creativity. And that takes many forms, art, music, even massage. It's being interested in life, I guess. You know.
You say being interested in life. There's something curious because, you know, my father was an engineer.
Okay.
Went to Georgia Tech, got his PhD at Northwestern, started working for AT&T, then through Lucent and the Baby Bells, and he finally retired and did very well.
Okay.
But he always judged my success based against that. You go to college.
Based against his. Yes. Measured against his. Okay.
His and everyone he knew, right? So you go to college, you get a job, you get a wife, have a couple of kids, put some money away, retire and buy a sailboat, right? And
sounds good to me.
And I mean, but I get the sense that a lot of people here don't see success in what might be called, I don't want to call that the common notion, but, you know, how does that, I mean, that takes a lot of courage to branch out, to see success in a different way. I mean, how do you think that fits into it? Or does it? I mean, maybe I'm just talking.
No, you're not talking. Not I'm pondering how to answer that question. It's we don't think it through. We never have. None. I doubt whether any of us who are on the Renaissance circuit have ever thought it through in those terms. It's just that we have the energy, we have the need to do something which makes us feel good. In retrospect, then we come up against, oh wow, this is not the way everyone else is doing it. But who cares? There's a certain sense of individuality there. Whether it is successful or not, that time will tell in each individual case. I mean, I bet not many of them say, well, I'm going to join the Renaissance Festival and I'm going to do my own business. I'm going to make pots of money and retire and live on a sailboat. Right? They don't do that. It's just like, I can do this and I don't like what I'm doing. I bet I could, you know what, I bet you if I do this, whatever it is, and I do it and I really learn how to do it well, and I'll show it around and people say, man, I'd buy that from you. You know, maybe I should, let's see if hey, let's give it a go. Talk to your significant other, you know, what do you think about open up a booth there at the Renaissance Festival? And that's how you start.
So let me just ask you one last question, because I think the Rogues are going to come on soon.
Yeah, I got to play with the Rogues anyway.
Oh, okay. Let me just ask you one last question then. So, thinking back over the conversation that we've just had, it sounds a lot like, for this group of people, the love is in the process, not the desire to get to an end. Would you say that's accurate? It's the journey that's important, not the destination.
Yes, but not consciously. I don't think it's conscious. I don't think they realize it to that extent. And it's a very literary question to ask. But it's valid. Yeah, it's the doing, it's the being, it's the zen of life. Be where you are. Enjoy what you can do now. Don't worry about is it successful or success is not something that you can count, measure, weigh. Not really. You look back upon success, and that's when you find out if it feels good that you've done it this long. You look back and say, yeah, that was success.
I actually lied. I have one two-part question for you. That's the last one. I apologize. Do you see yourself as having been successful?
Oh, absolutely. Oh God, my life is, when I was an 18-year-old kid in England, long story, with a German name, I was stuck in this little pimple off the edge of Europe, and I thought I'd never see anything. And I could not imagine how at 18 years old I was ever gonna see anything which was not boring. And my life has been just phenomenal. And my daughter hates it when I say that. My next true adventure is, of course, when I die. Then things happen. And there's part of me that is definitely, I mean, I don't want it to go right now, but I'm looking forward to it.
And part B of that final question, are you happy?
What?
Are you happy?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Jesus. I'm blessed. I've been blessed by the crazy decisions and having a partner who made these decisions with me. You know, we've been together for 35 years, and yeah. And I couldn't have asked for a better life. Still a lot I want to do, but no, absolutely. If happiness is looking back on your life and saying, yeah, then that's what it is.